I wanted to ask you what is the current thinking from the SEC in light of recent court decisions. But for the benefit of our readers, let me summarize the misalignment as best as I can. So, as you know, Judge Torres in the Southern District of New York considered XRP by Ripple Labs and found that the sales of tokens to institutional investors were actually securities because they were directly negotiated with the understanding that proceeds from these sales will be reinvested into the enterprise. Obviously, these were exempt transactions, but the threshold question was that contract involved a security. But on the other hand, she found that sales to the public in anonymous transactions over crypto exchanges, these were not securities because investors did not buy from Ripple and they were not responding to any marketing campaign. So that's what Judge Torres found.
Sure. I mean, you're right. I can't comment on pending litigation, and there is a lot of pending litigation right now. But I think there's not a lawyer in the room that you're in or a lawyer that practices in this space or a court that really struggles to find the framework that we use to determine whether or not something constitutes a security in this space. In this case, in the crypto space, all the attorneys in this room, all the attorneys counseling crypto issuers look to the Howey test. And Howey, based on a seminal Supreme Court case from 1946 and decades of case law since, defines what, or gives us a framework of determining what constitutes an investment contract and therefore a security under the federal securities laws. And that's really the point of Howey. Whether or not something is a security doesn't depend on the label you give it. It doesn't depend on.
The United States is experiencing a widespread shutdown of its largest cryptocurrency exchanges. It would appear that major cryptocurrency exchanges such as Coinbase would no longer allow customers to purchase XRP coin or any other cryptocurrencies in the near future. Does this indicate that we need to start freaking out? Should we immediately relocate our money in cryptocurrencies to another location before it's too late? You can get the solutions to all of your questions in this video. The United States federal government initiated legal action in the month of June of this year against one of the most widely used exchange platforms for cryptocurrencies. This is where the story gets its start. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission filed a lawsuit against the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase on June 6th. Coinbase is the second largest cryptocurrency exchange when measured by trade volume. Coinbase is allegedly operating its platform for trading cryptocurrencies without formally registering as a national securities exchange and broker as stated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. This information was made public on June 6 through the issuing of a press statement. According to the formal complaint, the Securities and Exchange Commission asserts that at least 13 of the cryptocurrencies supplied by Coinbase are categorized as securities for crypto asset investments. When word of this story spread around the XRP community, there was a substantial amount of anxiety. In spite of the fact that it is the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the entire world, Coinbase is now in first place among exchanges in the United States. This is extremely significant due to the fact that XRP is currently one of the most popular crypto assets in the United States, even more popular than Ethereum. Let's get one thing out of the way first. What exactly is a security? When discussing the world of cryptocurrencies, the term security is shorthand for a particular classification of crypto asset. You can think of it as a digital investment or token that you buy with the intention of making a profit from it at some point in the future. The ownership of a firm, a portion of the company's income, or some other type of financial stake can be denoted by the purchase of securities. For example, if you invest in a cryptocurrency and expect to earn returns or benefits dependent on the efforts of others, such a firm or platform, then it is possible that the cryptocurrency should be classified as a security. To put it another way, securities in the cryptocurrency market provide individuals with the means to invest in a project or platform with the opportunity to reap benefits based on the success of the endeavor. It is of the utmost importance to be aware of the fact that regulations such as those created by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission may be applied to cryptocurrencies that are regarded as securities. This suggests that particular regulations and prerequisites might be put into place in order to protect investors. However, the crypto world is fraught with unpredictability because the United States government has not yet provided a definitive definition of what constitutes a security and what does not constitute a security. To determine if XRP or any other cryptocurrency should be classified as a security, for example, it is necessary to take into account a variety of characteristics such as the manner in which individuals invest money with the hope of making a profit. The success of the endeavor is determined by a key group. If investors anticipate rewards from the labor of others, if the value depends on the activity of a central group, how it is marketed as an investment, and the balance between speculative investment and utility all play a role in determining the value of an asset. As a result of the fact that legal categories are subject to variation, it is prudent to consult with legal professionals in order to obtain particular assistance that takes into consideration the relevant jurisdiction and regulatory interpretations. Anyway, following the SEC's statement, Coinbase co-founder and CEO Brian Armstrong sent out a tweet in which he addressed the SEC's complaint against the company and stated that the company was glad to represent the industry in court in order to finally get some clarification surrounding crypto standards. Keep in mind that the SEC examined our company and granted us permission to become a public corporation in the year 2021. There is no way to enter and sign up for an account. Because of our many failed attempts, we do not list securities. The overwhelming majority of the assets that we examine are termed down. The SEC have made contradicting comments and don't even agree on what is a security and what is a commodity. Because of this, the United States Congress is trying to introduce new legislation to rectify the problem, while the rest of the world is working to establish clear guidelines to support the utilization of this technology. The Securities and Exchange Commission has chosen to regulate by enforcement rather than providing a clear rulebook, which is having a negative impact on the United States. Therefore, if we need to go to the judicial system in order to obtain clarity, then so be it. By the way, in case it isn't already clear, the Coinbase suit is quite unique in comparison to others that are now available. The allegation that was made against us is only centered on the question of whether or not something is a security, and we are certain that our facts and the law are correct. We are capable of completing the task. In the meantime, let's all work together to ensure that our sector continues to develop and advance. The United States of America will ultimately succeed in this endeavor. This world that we live in is certainly quite fascinating. The strong messaging that is coming from the agency and its chair, Gary Gensler, is an indication that the SEC may be doing exactly what many people in the business have feared it will do: shut down cryptocurrency trading in the United States. Shen Arid is one of the co-founders of Solitas Labs and serves as the business's chief experience officer. Solitas Labs is a startup that develops technologies to assist crypto exchanges and institutions in preventing market manipulation. But in all honesty, is it even feasible? What are your thoughts? Leave your comments. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's discuss the primary point of this video. The lawsuit has at long last received some updates. An important court battle between Coinbase, which is a famous cryptocurrency exchange, and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to begin on January 17, 2024. Both parties have requested that Judge Fila provide them equal time for the proceeding. Coinbase and the SEC underscored the significance of the upcoming discussion over a legal move in a letter that was sent out jointly on November 16, 2023. They asked that the 4 hours that have been set aside for the argument be split evenly between the two of them, which indicates that both parties acknowledge the significance of the roles that they play in the hearing. The majority of the disagreement is on the SEC's claim that certain activities taken by Coinbase may be in violation of applicable security laws. Coinbase, which is being defended in this matter by William Sebit, a prominent attorney in the United States, maintains that the SEC is relying on antiquated regulations that are not suitable for the complexities of the current Bitcoin industry. In addition, Coinbase contests the authority that the SEC possesses over the cryptocurrency business, stating that such authority thwarts the efforts that are currently being made by Congress to define clear guidelines for cryptocurrencies. This legal conflict between Coinbase and the SEC transcends the jurisdictions in which it is taking place. This discussion is a subset of a larger one that is taking place over how the rapidly developing field of cryptocurrency should be governed. It is possible that the decision of this lawsuit will set significant standards that regulate the activities of cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States and will influence the future landscape of cryptocurrency legislation. At the hearing that will take place on January 17th, Coinbase is expected to fiercely oppose the charges made by the SEC. The company will attempt to demonstrate that neither the cryptocurrencies that are listed on its exchange nor its crypto staking services should be categorized as securities.